Hi everyone, I'm Manly Mouse Dan, and I'm the developer behind Baldr's Squid Isekai, a really strange parody RPG slash porn game kind of thing. I'm aiming to launch the early access for this game at the end of February or possibly March. So before that happens, I'd like to do a quick run through of the main gameplay loop, which is a sort of pseudo-dungeon called the Wilds. For the rest of the video, I'll let my narrator take over since he has an awesome voice while I sound like a depressed robot.
Oh yay, more work I don't get paid for. Anyways, Baldr's Squid Isekai is a difficult party-based RPG. Now usually when you think of porn games, you don't think of solid mechanics or extensive gameplay, but we actually put in the work to design a complete combat and RPG system from scratch. When I say we, I meant the developer because I'm just a figment of his imagination. This village-looking area is the commissary, a central hub with shops and a bonfire maiden straight out of a Souls-like or something.
You really have no idea what you've gotten yourself into this time. Sorry, sometimes I just like saying oddly cryptic things.
The difficulty of the game comes mostly from its optional settings. Baldr's Squid Isekai is balanced with roguelite and extraction mechanics in mind, which will prevent you from saving in dungeons and also delete all gold and gear on the party if they should die in the wilds. Of course, these are toggleable options, and those who prefer an easier experience can turn them off. We're very hesitant for some reason here. Please excuse the weird initial positioning areas. In Dan's own words, he got bored when making the maps, and what resulted are these strange designs. If you've already played the developer's previous games, you'll have a good handle on how combat works. But there are big changes as well. One big one is the switch to an action point system, which gives some builds increased turn economy. Otherwise, fighting goblins is relatively easy stuff. Don't worry, we almost get our ass kicked later. After you win a round of combat in the wilds, you'll be dropped in the reward room. What rewards you receive depend on the room type you've entered. The first room will always be a standard ambush room with a small amount of gold. As you see now, we can choose the next room type we want to enter, but there is an element of risk here. Scouting or turning the card face up will add heat as well as entering certain rooms. Heat is bad. It increases the likelihood of strong enemy reinforcements. And now we can watch Dan fight another battle haphazardly. I don't think he's actually very good at this. You can skip forward if you want. As you may notice, the chest icon above the item room has changed. Certain rooms give better rewards if you enter them consecutively in the same run. A fight with some of the most generic enemies in RPG history: goblins, skeletons, and wolves. The wolves are actually somewhat dangerous, though. There are also an abundance of mechanics such as damage types, injuries, item usage, skills, possibly one of the most detailed layered armor systems in modern RPGs, and much more that the game will explain better than I can. And of course, we haven't even shown the hilarious yet incredibly stupid satire that the game is grounded on. Well, I think it's good. But that's mostly because he's literally putting words in my mouth. I've also been told there's an abundance of tits and ass too. But being a formless voice from the void, I have less of an opinion on the latter. Dan was too lazy to replace the standard arrow projectile with a cannonball. Hopefully he gets to it before release. Yeah, it's doing that cheap thing that players do when they have a ranged weapon, and they really need to survive. So we took a beating from the last fight, and probably won't make it through the next one, since combat gets progressively harder. So we'll just dip here. You'll need an exit key to leave the dungeon alive. You can find them as a rare, random loot, or they drop in special and boss rooms. Damn, a tier 3 items room too, that would have been neat. Well, that's it for now. If you have any questions, Dan will be in the Discord as usual. Please consider the following. You should wishlist the game and give him some money. That would be cool.